Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Java tutorial. So let us see about history of Java. The first, so what are the basics we are going to use in Java? So are by using the C language and C++ programming language. For example, syntaxes and semantics which we are using like conditional statements, loops and other kind of things are implemented by using C and C++ programming language. C programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell's laboratory in early 1970s. Became widely used for system programming due to its efficiency and low-level capabilities. C served as the foundation for many subsequent programming languages. C++ programming language. It is developed by Barn Stroustrup in early 1980s as an extension of C's introduced object-oriented programming features, allowing for the creation of classes and objects. C++ provided a more structured and versatile approach to Java programming language. Basically, the object-oriented concept came from C++. So whereas in Java, we are going to avoid the concept of pointers and also the concept of templates. Origins. In early 1990s, James Gosling and his team at Sun Microsystems started the development of new programming language. The project, initially named Oak, and was aimed at addressing the challenges of programming consumer electronic devices. The team sought a solution that was high level, general purpose, and platform independent. So they need a programming language so which could able to support the internet and so that it can able to share the data among the web servers, and also it can able to communicate from different systems, and it can able to implement a different kind of protocols. Platform independence. The main aim of platform independence is it can able to compile and deploy the program in any particular platform, like irrespective of operating system, irrespective of machine. So it can able to execute the program so by using a class. One of the key motivations for Java development was the need for a language that could run on different hardware platforms without modification. To achieve this, Java introduced the concept of bytecode and Java Virtual Machine. So Java Virtual Machine relies on the Java compiler, so it takes care of bytecode execution. Code written in Java compiler to bytecode, which can run on any device with a compatible JVM. Official release and write once, run anywhere. In 1995, Sun Microsystems officially released Java. The slogan is "Write once, execute anywhere", which is emphasized Java platform independence, making it suitable for wide range of devices and applications. Java's impact. Java quickly gained popularity due to its portability, security features, and object-oriented nature. Portability means so you can able to execute the class file anywhere, so that it is portable in nature. It became widely used in web development, enterprise applications, and mobile programming. Java Standard Edition and Enterprise Edition. Over the time, Java evolved with the introduction of different editions to cater various application domains. Java SE is aimed at desktop and standalone applications, while Java Enterprise Edition is designed for enterprise level applications. Acquisition by Oracle. In 2010, Oracle Corporation acquired Sun Microsystems, becoming the steward of the Java platform. Java continued to be actively developed and maintained under Oracle's supervision. Java community and open source. Java has vibrant community and many aspects of its development are open source. Java community process, which allows developers to contribute to the evolution of the Java platform. Why object oriented? Object oriented paradigm is favored by many developers and is considered advantageous in building complexity software systems. Modeling real-world entities. Object-oriented programming allows developers to model real-world entities and their interaction more naturally. Objects in code can represent tangible entities and their behaviors and can mirror real-world activities. Modularity. Object-oriented programming promotes modularity by encapsulating the implementation details of objects within their respective classes. This encapsulation allows for the creation of independent and reusable components. Reusability. The concept of inheritance in object-oriented programming facilitates code reuse. A class can inherit the properties and behavior from another class, reducing redundancy and promoting a write once, use many times approach. Flexibility and adaptability. Object-oriented programming provides a flexible and adaptable structure. Changes to one part of system do not necessarily affect the entire system, promoting more modular and maintainable code base. Maintainability. Encapsulation of data and behavior within the classes enhances maintainability. Changes to the internal implementation of classes do not affect other parts of program as long as the external interface remains unchanged. Extensibility. Object-oriented programming supports extensibility, allowing developers to add new features or functionalities to the existing code without modifying the existing code. This is particularly useful for evolving software systems. Collaboration and communication. Objects in object-oriented programming can communicate with each other through well-defined interfaces. This communication model is similar to how real-world entities interact, making it easier for developers to design and understand complex systems. Code organization. Object-oriented programming provides a clear and organized way to structure code. Classes and objects provide a natural way to organize and manage large code bases, making it easier for developers to navigate and comprehend the structure of a program. Security. Encapsulation helps in security data by restricting access to gain parts of code. Access to the internal state of an object is controlled, reducing the risk of unintended interference. Promotion of best practices. Object-oriented programming encourages the use of best practices such as encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism. These principles contribute to the creation of more maintainable, scalable, and robust software. Software design patterns. Object-oriented programming facilitates the use of design patterns which are proven solutions to common software design problems. Design patterns help in create scalable, maintainable software architectures. So let us consider real-time explanation. Let us consider shopping cart system into modules using object-oriented programming principles. For example, if you are going to consider shopping cart, there are different types of modules. So let us consider module 1. The product class encapsulates the properties of a product, for example, name and price. So every product will be having name and price, which is a common feature. Attribute name and price is declared as a private to achieve encapsulation. It means you are encapsulating data. It means you are hiding the essential things. So another person, so who is outside the shopping cart cannot able to bill the data. Only that particular person can see the actual price and the profitable price. Accessor makes get name, get price are declared as public to provide the read-only access to the product information. Module 2. Shopping cart class represents a user shopping cart. The items list holds the product in the cart and the declared and is declared as private for encapsulation. Public methods like you can use a certain kind of methods like add item, remove item, display cart, so that you can able to add an item or you can able to remove the item, so that final bill will be displayed in the display card. So what are the necessary items which are going for billing will be displayed in the display card, so which provides the interface for interacting the shopping cart. What are the methods you can able to declare a private? Private method we are using is calculate total, so that it internally calculate the total price, so which cannot able to modify by the other outside person. Module 3 is customer. The customer class represents a customer who has a name and a shopping cart. The cart attribute is declared as a private for encapsulation. Public methods we can declare are add to cart, remove from cart, view cart, which provide interface for a customer to interact the shopping cart. So here module 4 is payment gateway. So how you can able to achieve the reusability. The payment gateway class simulates the process of processing payment. A process payment method takes an amount and in a real world scenario would interact with the payment service to process the payment. For example, if you are going to consider, so earlier the payments are debit card and credit card and cash on delivery. So cash on delivery is an option given to the customer. So these three options are available in previous. So later on the UPI came into existence. So by without creating an entire project, so you can able to add a module such as UPI. So a particular person can able to select an option UPI, so that entire code will be reusable. Module 5 is main programming. The main program is going to communicate with the entire all application. So for example, main program you can able to name as a shopping app. So it demonstrates the interaction between products, a customer and shopping cart. It creates an instance of products, a customer, and simulates the customer adding and removing the items from their cart. Once payment is done, the product has to deliver to the customer. So in this manner, you can able to reuse the code which is existing, and you can able to modify a certain kind of attributes and methods, so that you can able to reuse the entire code. So here we have different versions of Java and where it was introduced. So earlier Java 1.0 was introduced in the January 23, 1996, 1.1 in 97, 1.2 in 98, 1.3 in 2000, 1.4 in 2002, Java 5 was introduced in 2004, Java 6 in 2006, Java 7 in 2011, Java 8 in 2014, Java 9 in 2017, Java 10 in 2018, Java 11 in 2018, Java 12 in 2019, 13 in 2019, 14 in 20, 15 in 20, and 16 in 21, 17 in 21, and 18 in 22, 19 also in 22, and 20 was released in March 2023. Java buzzwords. Most Java is the most popular object-oriented programming language. Java has many advanced features. A list of key features known as Java buzzwords. Buzzwords are simple, secure, portable, object-oriented, robust, architecture neutral or platform independent, multi-threaded, interpreted, high performance, distributed, and dynamic. Let us see one by one. Simple. So if you are going to consider Java as a simple, it is simple to follow the syntaxes such as C and C++. So here you are using the same syntaxes which are like conditional statements and control structures and the object oriented concepts which we have used. So because of that reason it is simple. So next one is secure. So here Java allows the applet, so that is going to make the use of sandbox security, so that it keeps away unauthorized access. So it also uses the security mechanism. Because of that reason it is secure. So next one is portable. So it allows the .class file. It can able to run once and execute anywhere irrespective of operating system and irrespective of machine. It is portable. The other features are object oriented. So it uses a different object oriented concepts like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and other kind of features are object oriented features. So the main theme of object oriented is reusability. So next, robust. So it is going to make the strong applications. So and also it is going to make a memory management features and garbage collection features. Because of that reason it is robust. Next, architecture neutral or platform independent. So it is architecturally neutral. So it can able to execute any particular architectural machines like servers and other kind of machines. So dot class file can be executed anywhere. So because of that reason, it is a platform independent. Multi-threaded. So it uses the concept of multi-threaded. So it can able to perform the multiple operations. So thread is a lightweight process which is going to reduce the processing time. So next, interpreted. So basically it is interpreted language. So interpreter which is going to make the cross platform programs, so which can able to execute in the bytecode. High performance. So high performance will be delivered by using the Java, so that we can able to use the concept like threads and swings and other kind of features like additional features like servlets, Java server pages, and hibernates, structs, springs, spring boot. So high performance will be achieved by using Java. Distributed. So basically it is in distributed nature, so it can be used to work with the different protocols, TCP/IP, UDP, FTP, and remote invocation method. So by using these kind of things, it is distributed in nature. Next one is dynamic. So it organizes the dynamic memory allocation using the garbage collectors and other kind of programming features. So it is going to execute the dynamic way of execute the code. JDK. So here JDK is a software which you need to install. So once if you are going to install, so it is having a different kinds of capabilities. So first one is Java language. So Java development toolkit is going to support the Java language. So there are different tools are which are used in this particular Java development kit. So Java, Java C, Java Doc, APT, JAR, Java P, JPDA, JConsole, Java Visual VM, VM stands for virtual machine, Java DB, security, INTL, RMA, IDL, deploy, monitoring, troubleshooting, scripting, Java TI. So next, RIS. So remote invocation authorities interfaces. So which is going to use Java Web Start, Java plugin. So next, user interface toolkits. So here you are having a AWT abstract window toolkit, Swing, Java 2D. So we support the 2D features of images and other kind of objects. Accessibility, drag and drop features, input methods, image IO, print service, sound. So next it have integration libraries, IDL, JDBC, JNDI, RMI, RMI, IIOP, scripting, other base libraries like Beans, INTL support, input output, JMX, JNI, math, networking, override mechanism, security, serialization, extension mechanism, and XML, JAXP. Java util based libraries. So it contains Java and util collections, concurrency utilities, jar, logging, management, preferences API, reference objects, reflection, regular expression, versioning, zip instrumentation. Java virtual machine, Java hotspot client, and server virtual machine. So here it is divided into different features like JDK and JRE. So under JDK we are having a JRE. JRE have the all these particular features. So where JDK contains all the features. So let us see the Java folder. So what are the files and folders it contains? So if you are going to see C drive, so in C drive it is having a program files. So here you have a Java and JDK 17 is a JDK version. So in this it is organized so into different files and directories. So here you have a library and here you have bin. So in bin you have if you are going to say here you have a Java C, Java. So all the applications which is shown here. So here in a similar manner, so here you will be having a JRE, so which is going to use the Java runtime library. So here you will be having a server element information. So where here you will be having a different applications which are residing in the bin. Next JDK, the functioning of JDK. So here you are going to use the JVM functionality. So first JVM is going to identify the languages and the classes. So which particular programming language you are using. So that if it is using a Java, so the class loader subsystem is going to load the features in the runtime environment. So now it is going to make in a runtime environment. So next, inside the JVM memory, so what kind of things it is going to execute. So first one is method area. So method area identifies data members and methods, so which are inside the Java program. So next, the heap, it is going to allocate the memory. So how much memory is needed to allocate for a particular program in Java. So next, JVM language tag, it is going to identify the number of classes and methods where to where it has to be loaded. So it communicates with the program counter register, so which the particular next instruction of code to be executed. So next, it uses the native stack Java methods. It is going to import the native stack libraries, so which are using the import and also user defined library functions. So here, so whenever it is going to load all these particular features, so it is going to check from the compiler. So it is going to make the class loader subsystem and it converts into the bytecode. So next, bytecode verifier is going to communicate with the interpreter. So where the interpreter is going to communicate with the Java runtime environment. So here at the end of the phase, so it is going to invoke the execution engine and native stack interface and native method libraries. So where it is going to communicate with all the things, and finally it is going to runtime and it produces and interacts with the hardware. So finally it is going to produce a dot class file. So comment lines. So basically Java is going to use these kind of symbols in order to write the comments. So here backslash star and star backslash is used to write the multiple line comments. So if you want to write the single line comment, you are going to use this one. So based upon the need, you can able to use the type of the comment line. Example, so here if you are using a this kind of a thing, so here you can able to name the comment. So this is the documentation comment example. So here you can able to specify the name of the author. So after compilation, Java doc file name is going to result the creation of number of HTML files, so accessed through the index file. Java keywords. So there are different keywords we are having. So abstract, continue, for, new, switch, asset, default, go to, package, synchronize, boolean, do, if, private, this, break, double, implements, protected, throw, byte, else, import, public, throws, case, enum, instance of, return, transient, catch, extends, int, short, try, character, final, interface, static, void, class, finally, long, strict fp, volatile, constant, float, native, super, while. So these are the different keywords which we are using. So the keywords are the names, so which is preoccupied by the Java compiler. You should not use as a name or a variable or a method name. So these are the strict rules of Java keywords. Data types. So here we are having a different data types: byte 8 bits, short 16 bits, integer 32 bits, long 64 bits, float 32 bit, double 64 bit, character, so which is Unicode of 16 bits, and boolean either true or false. String is a non-primitive data type, it defines an object. Variables. So basically variable is an identifier whose value can change during the execution of the program. In Java, variable must be declared before it is used. If declaration is missing, an error message will be generated by the compiler. General declaration is data type followed by the variable 1 and variable type. So you can able to declare a integer A, integer B, float A, float B, character A, and string ABC, and so on. Scope. So what is the scope of a variable? Scope is a part of a program text where all the references to the variable are same. There are three levels of scope are identified in Java: block scope, method scope, class scope. A block in Java is represented by using the flower braces. A variable is declared within the block is local to that block. That variable is not valid outside the block. A variable is declared in a method. So if you are going to declare its method, it is valid only within the method and not valid outside the method. Variable is declared within the class, and that variable is called instance variable, and it is valid only within the class. Methods within the class. Lifetime is confined to the scope, class and object. So basically, Java class is defined as a blueprint or a template. It serves as a plan for creating objects. An object, in other hand, it is an instance of class. So what does class contain practically? It contains data members and methods. So what does data members contain? So you can able to declare different data types, as we have seen: integer, string, double, float, and other kind of things. So if you are going to consider a particular student, so he will be having a roll number which is declared as integer, string declared as a name, string you can able to declare a subject name, and double marks percentage. So finally the percentage marks will be having a precision. Similarly, methods. So if you want to set a roll number, you can set a roll number. If you want to retrieve the roll number, but you can use a get method. And if you want to set a name, you can set name. And if you want to get name, you can get name. Similarly, you can able to set a subject name, and you can able to get the subject name. So you can able to set the marks, and you can get the marks, and finally you can able to get the percentage. So creating a class. So you can able to create a class by using a class followed by the class name. So here I have given a class followed by the class name, which is Pradeep. So let us see. So the syntax. So why a Java program is going to start with public static void main. So now here we have given a statement system.out.println hello Pradeep. So now here class is going to start with the flower brace and end with the flower brace. Similarly, main method is going to start with the flower brace and end with the flower brace. So now what is public? Let us see. In Java, public is an access modifier that makes the main method accessible from any other class. This is necessary because JVM need to access and execute the main method. The next one is static. Static is a keyword that allows the main method to be called without creating an instance of the class. The main method is static because it serves as an entry point for the program, and the JVM can invoke it without creating an object of the class. So we will discuss each and every one. So with an example, void. So void is a keyword so which doesn't have any return type. Main. Main is an entry point of every program, so it starts from the main. So JVM looks for a method exact signature to start the execution of the program. So next one is string array arguments. It is the parameter that allow the passing command line arguments to the Java program. The arguments parameter is an array of strings. It can be used to provide input to the program when it is executed through the command line. So let us execute this simple. So now I am going to open the basic editor called Notepad. So I have opened the Notepad and I have pasted this particular program, and we have to save the program based upon the class name. So file, save as. You need to create a work directory in C drive. I have already created a folder, so but I will again create a folder. So new folder, I am going to name a Java examples. So in this folder, I am going to select Java examples is a folder name which I am using. So the class name is Pradeep, and you have to save every program by extension Java. So save under all files. So now I am going to open the command prompt. So I am going to use a cd backslash. So now I am going to switch to the directory cd space Java examples. So now I need to compile the program based upon Java C filename.java. So now I need to compile the Java program Java followed by the class name. So now it has shown the output hello followed by name. So whatever the name which we have given in system.out.println. So now creating a object. So class contains data members and methods. So what is the object? How you are going to call the method? So now within the class we have declared a x equal to 5 which is a data member. Data members are defined data types. So string, integer, float, double and like that. So next methods. So here we have declared a method public void method. So this is a method name. So public is given as a access modifier and we have given a void, so it doesn't have a return type. So if we have given a int, so at last of the end of before ending the method you have to return to the main. So here you have not written anything, so because you have used a void. So the name of the method is method. So now here you are going to print a statement. So system.out.println called method by object. So now here we are going to write this particular declaration part outside the main. So in previous program we have mentioned this system.out.println within the main method. So but here in this program we have defined all this part outside the main. So here we have defined outside the main. So now here we are going to declare a main method public static void main string array arguments. So now the main important thing is class name. So how to create an object? So creating an object, you are going to create a class name. What is class name? Class name is class object and you are going to create an object. So what is the object name? My object is an object name. So now you are going to create an instance of class by creating a new. So here you have declared a new followed by class name. So class name is same thing and here you have added braces. So let us see the explanation. So what we are using. So here we are going to declare an object name equal to new class name. So why we are using? So here we are using a new operator. So which is going to dynamically allocates the memory. So it is called the instance allocator or dynamic allocator. So here we are using a flower brace because it is going to invocate the constructor of the class. So Java defines a default constructor by specifying the particular braces. So here it is going to reference the object in the stack memory, whereas the actual object is created in the heap. So because of that reason we are going to use the declaration of objects. So what is the need of this brace? So we are going to, it is going to check the particular object, so which is accessible. So it is going to create an instance of the class and this particular brace we will see later. So now we are going to call the particular data members and methods. So by this particular object, so you are going to call this particular method. So object is going to access data members and methods. So what is a method? What is the object name you are using? So now your object name is my object and my object dot x. So now you are accessing the particular x value. So what is x? X equal to 5. So 5 value should be printed. So again you are going to call this particular method. So where you are going to call? So here you are going to call the method. So now my object. So object is a access object you have created. By this object you can able to call the method. So now you have called the method. So by this you have called the value x equal to 5. So and you have called the method from this particular program. So let us compile the program. So class name is class object file. You can able to save the program file.java. So now I am going to compile the program java c class name.java. So now you need to execute the program. So this is called by object. So here you can able to create a multiple objects. So for example, class object1 equal to new class name. Similarly, you can declare a class object2 equal to new class name. So you can able to reference the object1 also. So for example, here object1 is created. So now, so here object2 is going to reference the object1. So the same memory location here it is using object1 and object2 is using the same memory location. So because of that reason you can like this you can able to create a object references. So creating the multiple objects. So here you can able to create a multiple objects. Class name is student. So here we have created a student. So what is student? Student is a name of the class. So here student is a name of the class. So if you are declaring a method with the same name as student, it is said to be a constructor. So here it is said to be a constructor. So we have declared a constructor here. So next, what kind of things it is taking? So here already declared some variables which are global variables. So which we have declared outside this particular thing. So now here name. So name equal to student name which is passed by the user. So next student age, student grade. So the three parameters it is accepting as a arguments. So age. So whatever the user is going to pass the arguments that will be set. So now here we have a method called void display information. So it is going to print the name, age and grade. So these are the things which will be printed by the display information. So now main method is a entry point of the program. So now what it is doing? So we have created an object student1. So we have created an instance new student. So we have given a three names. So Jan Doe, Jane Smith, Bob Johnson, and we have given a parameters. So here we have given a name, we have given age 20, 22, 21 and the grade. So grade in percentage we have written 1, 2, 3. So now, so student 1, student 2, student 3 are three objects. Student 1, student 2, student 3 are so three objects which we have created. So next what we are doing, so we are going to put in the student one information. So where it is going to go? So here if you are going to consider, so from here the control goes to the here. So object 1 is going to student 1 is object 1, student 2 is object 2, student 3 is object 3. So whenever this parameter is called, so it will go to this particular point and it also go to this particular point. So now it has to display the student information. So it has set all the names of the student John Doe 20 age and 85.5. So whenever you are going to call this particular display information, so which student information you are calling? Student 1 information. Student 1 is object. So display information you are going to call name, age, grade. So similarly student 2 information, display information, it is going to call the student 2 information. So next student 3 display information, it is going to call the student 3 display information. So like that it is going to call each and every time. So let us compile this particular program. So I will compile the program. So now compilation has done successfully, and we need to execute the program Java student. So now here we have set the student name, age and grade. So first student one details displayed, second student name details displayed, and third student name and details displayed here. So using static, so already we have told, so the class, if you are going to declare a particular static, so it can able to access from outside data members and methods. So here if you are going to declare static x equal to 5, x equal to 5 is a constant which you cannot able to modify. So it uses a single memory location. So now if you are going to declare a static, so here the static is declared outside main. So where it is declared, it has declared, so static is declared outside main. So in previous program we have created an object. So here, so within this particular program, so here we are calling directly displayX. So here object is not created. So have we created object? No. So we are going to call direct calling. So the method is going to call this particular method. So what is method? Display x. So what it has to print the value of x. So what is value of x? X equal to 5. So it has to print the value of x, so which should be 5. So let us compile the program. So before compiling the program, if you are going to declare a method as static, so or a variable as static, so no need to create an object. We have saved the program static.java. So we have created all files. So let us compile the program javac dot java, and execute the program Java static. So here it has shown the value is 5. Next one is static block. So in previous program we have declared a static variable and static method. So next one is static block. So here in static block you can able to declare two or more variables. So here we have declared a variable string and a integer. So here we have not assigned. So we have declared variable, but we have not assigned the variable. So but inside the static block, so we have made a assignment of values inside static block. So now here we are going to print the values number and maestro. So now here I am going to copy the program. So this time I am using a NetBeans. So now here I am going to create a project. So file, so create a project, file, new project. So here I am going to select a folder. So what kind of project you are doing? So create a project. So here new project. So which particular project you are going to use? So Java with the Gradle. So Java with Ant. So I am going to select Java with Ant. So click on next. So finish. So here if you want to run the program, you can run the file. So it has shown build successful. So under this particular project, you need to check, click new, so Java class. So now here I am going to give the class name. Class name is static. I have given class name is static and finish. So now I am going to copy this program. So I have pasted the program. So now run file. So now it is successful. The value is 5. Like this you can able to run the program in NetBeans. So next, creating a multiple static blocks. So here we have declared the static integer number and my str. So now here you have created a additional one static block and another static block. So here already you have declared a number equal to 65 block 1 and number equal to 98 block 2. So now you are going to call number and string. So now whenever you are going to execute the code, so let us check what will happen. So now I am going to create a program using a static block. So under this Java application, new Java class. So write the name of the class and copy this program, and I am going to paste the program. So right click and run the file. So now here if you are going to notice, so both the static blocks are executed. So because here we have created a first block as a static block 1, second block are static block 2. So both are executed. But so in first static block we have initialized a number. So number is 68. String is block 1. Here also number is 98. String is block 2. But whatever the content inside the system.out.println is executed. So but not number and string. So here the first block number and string is not executed because here we are overwriting the content. So number equal to 98 and block 2. So now it has executed the value number equal to 98 and block 2 is executed. So next, creating a command line arguments. So if you want to run this command line arguments, so here if you are going to see the Java command line arguments, so here how the command line arguments are accepting the input. So now here we are going to check the condition. We have initialized a int I. So if arguments dot length equal to 0, so then it has to print a message invalid number of arguments are passed and it should exit from the system. So next here we are using a for loop. So initialized I equal to 0, I is declared as a integer. So checking arguments dot length. So what is args? Arguments are the command line arguments which you are passing. So this particular length is equal to 0. So we are going to increment the I. So now what it is going to print? So the arguments index. Array is going to start with the index 0 to n minus 1. So have we restricted this arguments length? No, we have not restricted. As many arguments you are going to pass, so that will be printed on the screen. So let us execute this particular program in Notepad. So where we have saved this program, file, save as. So we have given this one, all files dot Java. So we have not passed arguments, error invalid number of arguments. So we have typed hello, how are you? So it is going to show whatever the message you have typed. So that will be shown in the screen. So here if you have noticed arguments 0 to n minus 1. So next one is access specifiers. So basically what are access specifier? Let us discuss. There are 4 access specifiers in Java. So those are so public, private, protected and other kind of things. So let us see. So public. So let us see one by one. First one is public. So if you are going to declare a particular class, method or a field which is declared as a public, so it is accessible from any other class. If you are going to declare a particular class or a method or a field which is declared as private, it is only accessible within the same class. It is not declared outside. So here we have declared a public class and you have declared a private integer. So here we have declared a private integer. So any data type before you have declared a private. So next, before the method name is void my private method. So but before this particular void we have declared a private. So it means it will be accessible inside the class but not outside. So next, protected. So protected means if you are going to declare the class as protected, it can be accessible within the same package. So within the package only it is accessible. So you can able to declare the particular class. So within this particular package, whatever my package is the package, within that it will be accessible. So next, default. So a default package is private. So here no access specifier is used. So it is also known as package private. The class method or a field is accessible within the same package. So it will be accessible within the same package only. So for example, integer my package private field. So we have given a integer value. Similarly, you have given a this particular void. So it will be accessed inside the package only. Next concept is about access modifiers. Java has access modifiers that can be used to modify the behavior of classes, methods, and fields. Let us consider the first one, access modifier, which is final. If you are going to apply a final to a class or a method or a field to indicate that it cannot be further subclassed, it cannot be overridden or it cannot be modified. The apply to a method or field indicate that its value or implementation cannot be changed. So it will be remains as a constant, it is unchanged. For example, here if you are going to declare integer my final field which is 42. 42 is assigned as a integer. So basically before integer you are having a final. So if you are going to declare a particular variable which is final, so and you have assigned a value which is 42, that remains constant. And if you are going to declare a particular method, so void my final method, so this is a particular method. So if you are going to declare a final before the method, so that particular method cannot able to change. So basically abstract is applied to class or method to indicate that it may not have a complete implementation and it must be implemented by subclasses. For example, here you are going to create something declaration part you are going to define in the abstract method. So here if it must be implemented by the subclasses. For example, parent has laid a foundation and the child has to be complete the building. So in such a manner you are using a abstract methods. So for example, we have declared a class. Before the class you have applied a abstract. So here name of the class is my abstract class. Before class what you have declared, so you have declared a keyword abstract. So if you are going to declare a keyword abstract, this particular implementation inside the class you are going to declare the particular method. So here you have declared a public abstract. So keyword is abstract and you have declared a my abstract method. So void means it doesn't have any return type. So here we have declared a particular method as an abstract. So here the implementation part should be completed by the child classes or other methods. So next one is static. So here already we have discussed about static. So let us see what is static. So it is applied to a method or field to indicate that it belongs to the class rather than the instance of the class. Static methods and fields can be accessed using the class name. So already we have seen what particular static block, static variable we have seen. So we are going to see the static method. So here you have declared a keyword as a static. So before the method. So you have a method name is my static method. So before that, so you have declared a keyword static before the my static method. So here the void is a no return type. So you can able to apply before every method. So public means you can able to access everywhere, public static void. So next you have declared a name of the method. Access specifiers and access modifiers help in encapsulating and controlling the visibility of the classes,
methods, and fields in Java, contributing to the principles of encapsulation and abstraction in object-oriented programming. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.